everyone, welcome back to my quarantine organizing series. If you missed my last quarantine video, just click on the iCard up there and the link will take you right to it. Alright, so the topic I want to talk about in this video is organizing those spices in our cabinets. Now spices tend to get the better of all of us. We tend to collect them over the years and they get shoved around and then we go to look for them, we can't find them, so we go out and we buy another one. And during quarantine we're not supposed to be going out unless it's absolutely necessary. So now more than ever, why not get them organized? Now if you've been watching this series, you know what I'm going to tell you is your first step to organization. Clearing the decks. Take everything out. Purge any of the spices that are expired. And I know before you leave me any comments that expired spices won't physically hurt you, but literally they start losing their taste after their expiration date. And why do you want to be sprinkling tasteless stuff on your food? Then you want to group like spices together. And what I mean by like spices is some spices are meant for cooking and some spices are meant more for baking. You can separate them like that if that works for you. You have to honor how you think. What is the first thing you're going to think about when trying to locate that spice? So if you are someone who likes to do both baking and cooking, maybe separating those categories. That's what I mean by like categories, all right? So once you've taken everything out and you've gotten rid of all the expired items and you've grouped them into like categories, you might want to wipe down your shelves before reloading them. But then you get the fun of reloading it. And that's where you want to leave the spices you use the most often on the easiest to reach shelves. Some people put the spices in the drawers and that's great. That's fine if you have a kitchen like that. But the majority of the spices that I come across with my clients are in upper cabinets. So you want to have them very fast and easy to reach locations. One organizing product that really helps with spices is this tiered shelf that you can put inside your cabinet, and it helps lift the back ones up higher so you can see what you have. Another tip I always tell people is to label on the top. This is a new one, I haven't labeled it yet. Sometimes you can't see the label below too well, so I just put a label on the lid so I can see it a lot easier. Now one of the other things I want to show you that really help keep my spice area neat and organized is a Lazy Susan or the turntables. And because this cabinet goes back behind this one, wasted space, like I'm going to be, climbing all the way back in there. So if you come around here, you can see back in this corner I've got this Lazy Susan that I keep all of our extras, because like I told you in my previous video, in quarantine time we're tending to buy doubles of everything so that we're not going to the store every other day. So if you find yourself having a lot of extras and you have one of these cabinets, I see so many of them that have this dead space back here, a Lazy Susan helps you easily get to those and also utilize that dead space back there. And keeping with the idea of grouping like items together, I've kept all of my measuring devices over here, my measuring cups, and then I got the little scales back in there. Alright, and then the top shelf I just have my stevia and flaxseed, and this is like the unhealthy section of the cabinet. Now I did that on purpose way up there. If you caught my last video, I talked about how putting certain products that maybe you're not supposed to have because maybe they're not as healthy, put them in a harder to reach location so that you're less tempted to go to them. So I've got this upper cabinet and I literally labeled it unhealthy for regular sugar and all the cake decorating and stuff like that. And don't forget about using your doors for added storage. I have attached some command hooks up here, and then my excess measuring cups I hung on the door for extra storage space, being mindful of where the shelves hit to make them so they didn't bang into the shelves there. And then on the other side, I put all the command hooks with my measuring spoons. Just different ways you can keep your spices and baking needs organized. Okay, there you have it. I hope you found the tips I've offered in this video helpful. If you did, please don't forget to give me that thumbs up, poke that like button below, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Please go ahead and click that subscribe button below and become part of this quarantined organizing family. I'm Pam with Organizer AZ 911. See you next time.